All right, gentlemen, I want us to have a very serious and very honest conversation this morning. We are going to talk about things that many men think about, but don't always want to discuss out loud. If your mornings, and I think we both know exactly what I am referring to here, are not quite as energetic or as reliable as they used to be back in the day, you really need to lean in and listen very closely to what I have to say. You are probably already in the habit of pouring that first, very important cup of coffee every single morning, right? For most of you, it is a daily ritual. It is your morning fuel, and it is the only way you get your day started. But what if I told you that by adding just a few very simple and completely natural ingredients to that exact same cup of coffee, you could fundamentally change what that drink does for your body? What if you could transform it from a basic wake-up drink into a powerful, blood flow optimizing and energy-sustaining elixir? I am talking about a drink that actually supports your masculine vitality throughout the entire day. And yes, I am even talking about supporting those morning situations that you might feel have been missing or less dependable lately. I am Dr. William Walker. For the last 12 years of my life as a urologist, I have dedicated myself to helping men just like you. My job is to help you navigate the world of physical performance and aging, which can often be very frustrating and very confusing. I have heard the worries of my patients, I have seen the personal struggles they go through, and I have personally diagnosed these exact issues in thousands of different men. What I have learned over these 12 years is a very important lesson. Sometimes the most powerful, life-changing solutions are not hidden inside an expensive prescription bottle. Sometimes those solutions are actually sitting right there, waiting for you in your kitchen cabinet. Today, I am going to pull back the curtain and show you the 5 simple things you can start putting in your coffee as early as tomorrow morning. I want to be clear. These are not just random internet rumors or feel-good ideas that don't have any weight to them. Everything I am sharing with you today is supported by actual, peer-reviewed medical research. More importantly, these are the exact same things that real guys my own patients have used to successfully bring back their performance, their daily energy, and their overall confidence in themselves. Before we dive into the details, I want to ask you for a small favor. You are here because you want real answers to real problems. So, please hit that like button right now. It really helps this vital information reach more men who might be struggling in silence and need to hear this message. Also, please drop a comment below and tell me where in the world you are watching from today. I truly love seeing how far this community of men reaches and how we can support each other across different countries. The brutal truth about plain coffee. After 50, look, I love coffee just as much as the next person. It is a great way to give your heart a little kickstart. It wakes up your brain, and it gives you a mental edge that helps you get through your morning work. But here is the hard, cold truth about drinking plain black coffee once you have passed the age of 50. It is basically a spike and crash machine. Think about it. It gives you a big, sudden jolt of energy. Your heart starts racing, and your brain lights up. But then, almost inevitably, you hit a wall, and you crash. You find yourself reaching for a second cup of coffee by 10 a.m., just to fight off that terrible mid-morning brain fog. Biologically speaking, while caffeine is a temporary vasoconstrictor, which means it actually narrows your blood vessels slightly before giving you a short boost, it is not doing anything at all to help the deeper, age-related issues that really matter for a man's performance. As you get older, a few things are happening inside you. Testosterone. Your levels are gently but very steadily declining every single year. Blood vessel health. Your vessels are becoming stiffer and much less flexible. In the medical world, we call this endothelial dysfunction. Nitric oxide. Your body's natural production of nitric oxide, which is the master switch for blood flow, and erections is dropping very fast. That quick hit of caffeine is like putting a tiny, thin band-aid on a very deep and wide wound. It is only a temporary fix, and it is really just masking the real problem. We need to stop using coffee as a simple, loud alarm clock. Instead, we need to start using it as a delivery vehicle to bring the premium fuel that your body now requires at this stage of your life. Think about your body after 50 like a classic high-performance sports car. You wouldn't dream of putting cheap, low-grade gasoline into a vintage Ferrari, would you? Of course not. It needs the premium stuff to run correctly. The beautiful thing is that you can transform your coffee routine into a daily act of proactive self-care by using ingredients that you can find at any regular grocery store. This is about making your existing habits work smarter, not harder. The emotional weight of aging. I want you to understand the real gravity of what we are talking about here. In my 12 years of practice as a urologist, I have had very deep and very honest conversations with men from every walk of life. I have talked to CEOs, truck drivers, teachers, and grandfathers. Every single one of them agrees on one thing: the loss of reliable performance, the drop in energy, and the loss of that inner spark takes a very deep toll on a man's dignity. It affects his confidence and his emotional connection with his partner. This isn't just a physical problem, it is an emotional issue and a quality of life issue. Many of the pharmaceutical drugs out there have bad side effects. They are very expensive, and they only treat the symptoms rather than the root cause. My mission is not to replace your medication, but to help you optimize your body's own incredible potential. The 5 coffee additions we are discussing today are part of a strategy I call vascular vigor. They target your blood flow, your hormone support, and your cellular health. They empower your body to do what it already knows how to do, just with a little bit of natural help. The 5 essential coffee additives for men. Additive #5, the spice rack regulator, Ceylon cinnamon. I am not talking about just a tiny sprinkle of cinnamon. I am talking about adding 1/4 to 1/2 of a teaspoon to your coffee. But here is the most important part. Not all cinnamon is the same. You must try to find Ceylon cinnamon, which is often called true cinnamon. Do not use the common cassia cinnamon that you find in most grocery store baking aisles. Cassia has very high levels of a compound called coumarin, which can actually be quite hard on your liver if you are taking it every single day. The biology of blood flow. Cinnamon is nature's incredible way of regulating your blood sugar. Medical studies show that it can significantly reduce your fasting blood sugar levels. Why is this so important for a man's performance? High or jumping blood sugar acts like sandpaper on the inside of your arteries. It causes a process called glycation, where sugar literally gums up and destroys the tiny, microscopic blood vessels that are necessary for bringing blood flow to the pelvic area. Cinnamon helps smooth all of this out. The emotional effect. Plain coffee gives you a jittery, nervous spike, but cinnamon actually slows down the absorption of caffeine just a little bit. This results in a much more balanced and sustainable energy that lasts all day long. My patients tell me they feel much less anxious, and they don't feel that desperate need for a second cup of coffee in the middle of the morning. Additive #4, the natural nitric oxide booster, pure cocoa powder. I want to be very clear. I am not talking about sugary hot chocolate mix. We are talking about pure, dark, unsweetened cocoa powder. This is the kind that is so rich and dark it looks almost black. Adding just 1 teaspoon to your coffee can do amazing things. The master switch. Cocoa is a powerhouse of flavonoids. These compounds are critical because they directly boost your body's ability to produce nitric oxide. I cannot repeat this enough. Nitric oxide is the on switch for erections. It is the molecule that tells the smooth muscles in your blood vessels to relax and open wide so blood can surge in. When you are young, your body makes plenty of it. But after 50, that production can drop by half. Cocoa helps restore that master switch, mood and focus. Cocoa also contains a compound called the bliss molecule. This is the same chemical your body makes when you are in love. Since half of your performance is mental, helping your brain feel good and focused is just as important as the physical side. Additive #3, the Andean adaptogen, maca powder. This one is a little more exotic, but please stay with me. Maca root has been a staple in the mountains of Peru for thousands of years. They call it natural Viagra in South America, but it doesn't work like a drug. It works much more sustainably. Hormone support. Maca is what we call an adaptogen. This means it helps your body handle stress and maintain a healthy balance of hormones. It doesn't put fake hormones into your body. Instead, it helps your brain tell your body to produce more of its own naturally. A study from 2009 found that men taking about 1 teaspoon of maca daily for 12 weeks saw a very significant boost in desire and performance. The lights are on feeling. Men often describe the effect of maca as if someone turned the lights back on in their brain. It provides clarity and motivation that many men feel they have lost as they aged. Additive #2, the essential hormone builder, coconut oil or MCT oil. I know what you are thinking. Oil in my coffee? That sounds strange. But I promise you, it is a game changer. When you blend just 1 teaspoon of coconut oil into your hot coffee, it creates a creamy, rich drink that keeps you energized for a long time. Raw materials for testosterone. This is a simple but vital fact. Testosterone is made from cholesterol and healthy fats. If you have been on a low-fat diet for years, you might have been accidentally starving your body of the materials it needs to make hormones. Coconut oil provides MCTs, which your liver turns into energy almost immediately. It's like jet fuel for your system. Sustained clarity. This is the secret behind the famous bulletproof coffee. The healthy fat slows down how fast your body absorbs the caffeine. Instead of a spike and a crash, you get a gentle, hours-long release of energy. You won't feel that 10 a.m. brain fog anymore. Important note. You must use a small blender or a frother to mix this, otherwise the oil will just float on top, which isn't very pleasant. Additive #1, the rocket fuel for circulation, ginger. This is perhaps the most underrated ingredient of all. Whether you use a thin slice of fresh, grated ginger, or just a 1/4 teaspoon of the powder, this is absolute rocket fuel for your circulation and your testosterone. The testicular shield. This is a fascinating area of research. Studies suggest that ginger can actually increase testosterone levels by protecting your testicles from something called oxidative stress. Your testicles need to stay a few degrees cooler than the rest of your body to function at their best. Ginger helps protect these sensitive areas. A study from 2012 showed a 17.7% increase in testosterone after men took ginger daily for 3 months. A warm kickstart. Ginger doesn't just wake you up, it wakes up your whole vascular system. It adds a warm, spicy kick to your coffee that feels like physical and mental readiness. Your practical 30-day action plan. Now, you might be thinking, Dr. William Walker, am I supposed to turn my kitchen into a science lab every single morning? That sounds like too much work. My answer is, absolutely not. The goal here is to make things easier, not harder. The key to making these habits stick is to keep them simple and consistent. The lazy man's 5-second fix. Buy the basics. Get Ceylon cinnamon, unsweetened cocoa powder, and maca powder. Pre-mix. Mix equal parts of these 3 powders in a small jar and keep it right next to your coffee maker. Execute. Every morning, just put 1 level teaspoon of this mix into your cup before you pour your coffee. Stir it, and you are done. It takes 5 seconds, and you get 3 major benefits at once. The 30-day phased approach. You don't need to use all 5 ingredients on day 1. Your body needs time to adjust and respond. Week 1. Start with just cinnamon. It is easy and tastes great. Week 2. Add the cocoa powder. Week 3. Introduce the maca powder a few times a week. Week 4. Start experimenting with coconut oil or ginger. Keep a simple journal. Use your phone or a piece of paper on your fridge. Each day, rate your energy from 1 to 10. Note your focus, your mood, and your physical performance. I am willing to bet that you will notice a difference significant enough that you will never want to go back to plain coffee again. A final message of hope. Gentlemen, please hear me when I say this. If you are struggling with low energy, with performance issues, or if you just don't feel like your strong, vital self anymore, you are not alone. This is a natural part of the aging process, but it is not a life sentence. The commercials on TV want you to believe that if you are over 50, your only options are expensive, complicated, or surgical. That is simply not the truth. What we have talked about today is not a quick fix. It is about honoring your body with the nutrients it needs to thrive in this new phase of your life. It is about taking back your control and respecting the powerful machine that has carried you through decades of life. These are small, simple, and empowering changes. They don't require a doctor's visit, they don't cost a fortune, and they fit perfectly into a habit you already have. You are worthy of feeling energetic, confident, and vital. You deserve to walk through life with your head held high and with a sense of dignity. Aging is a journey, not a destination of decline. Your morning coffee doesn't have to be just a habit. It can be a daily, purposeful act of reclaiming your vitality. Tomorrow morning, when you are standing in your kitchen making your coffee, remember this conversation. Remember that you are actively choosing to upgrade your day, your body, and your confidence with just a simple addition to your cup. Please drop a comment below and tell me which one of the 5 ingredients you are going to try first for your 30-day experiment. Your choice might just inspire another man who is feeling unsure. If this information helped you or gave you hope, please hit that subscribe button. I share new real talk health strategies for men every single week. No judgment, no embarrassment, just practical advice that actually works. Share this video with one friend who you know could benefit from it. Sometimes the best thing you can do for a friend is to give them information that could change their life. Until next time, this is Dr. William Walker reminding you that small changes lead to big, dignified results. Stay strong, gentlemen. You have got this.